Cam, thank you for being on the show, brother. I want to talk about something. I played a little bit of Sexy Red to start the show. You kind of involved in your own little like viral moment with Sexy Red and the Jets and seeing all that come together. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, bro. Like, it's funny. Like, I'm a huge NFL guy. Like, I work in sports, so it's natural. So I watch Hard Knocks every Tuesday when it was coming on before the Jet season started. And so that night when the episode aired, that they had the clip where they were all turning up to ski eat at training camp, bro. I was like, next morning I'm posting this on Complex, like, because I know ESPN's not gonna jump on it. I know Bleacher Report's not gonna jump on it, bro. I know like it's a little bit too rough around the edges for them. Yeah. So I was like, I'm posting it, bro. Like I got up, I posted it on Twitter, and then I posted it on Instagram, and it just went crazy. She interacted with it on Twitter, and like just it caught fire. And like I'm not gonna take any credit for it because like it was on Hard Knocks, but I think once I posted it on there, now you see like SportsCenter posted it immediately after like Stephon Diggs did the celebration rapping ski. They posted it. I don't think they would have been that aware about it, like if it weren't for catching fire from Complex Sports, because that's not their lane for real. And just seeing her at the Jets games and everything now, bro, it's just like crazy how that clip like took off. But it's just like being able to identify moments like that that are sports specific, but also cross over into like pop culture and hip hop. And when you can bridge the gap, especially with somebody who's having a moment like Sexy Red is right now, I feel like, I don't know if I would say she's like the MVP of rap in 2023, but she definitely is one of the biggest stock risers for sure. And so like when you have somebody with all this energy is just behind them, and it seems like women and men alike fuck with her equally. It seems like, bro, like you just got to find ways to capitalize on it and give people something that they want to see. And I felt like that was something that people definitely were interested in seeing. Like the Jets were the hottest team this offseason.
Yeah.
Sexy Red, probably the hottest rapper or one of the hottest rappers of the summer. And yeah, bro, Ski, one of the hottest records of the year. It was just like a perfect storm for her. So I was happy about that. And I was happy to see her get her moment to actually, be on the sidelines on Monday Night Football, bro. Like, that's a good game. That's hard. That's crazy. That's a crazy look for her. I feel like she's everywhere right now. So yeah, bro. I was really excited about that. I was happy to see that people really were as interested in that clip as I thought they were gonna be. Because
and it's tough. I mean, in social, it's very, very hard to capture those moments. I mean, I know I hit the rent due very often on a lot of social accounts because I feel like they're trying too hard to kind of capture a moment that not always seems doesn't always seem very organic, right? So that was a moment that no one would have caught that. I don't think HBO would have caught it. Anybody would have caught that offhand. But it takes the right mind and the right person knowing what's happening to really capture that.
For sure, bro. Like even HBO, like the week before the rookie on the Jets, he did the 8 Mile B-Rap. He did Eminem's last freestyle against what's the old boy's name? Anthony Mackie's character. But he did the freestyle at the rookie talent show. And, HBO caught that, but that's Eminem. Like, yeah. It goes without saying, bro. It's like, that's easy to catch. Like, it's not necessarily easy to catch, like, Sexy Red, because even though as big as or as hot as we know she is, I still feel like she hasn't quite, like, reached all the way over to, like, being omnipresent to where everybody knows who she is at this point. I still feel like she's still growing. So, like you said, I don't think they would have caught it. I'm not 100%. I know for a fact ESPN and Bleacher Report weren't going to jump on that immediately. Yeah. So it was just like you said, just being able to identify something and not be a like try hard or anything, like just knowing it's organic.
Not try hard. Not try hard. It's respecting the culture. I think more than anything. I think respecting what the culture brings and not coming at it from a point of trying to capitalize off of it is a major moment, and I think it's lost, especially when you walk a delicate line, especially with Complex, like doing sports. And I know that you previously worked with Pierce a lot. I think Zion's still over there. Like you guys really kind of, I won't say toe the line between culture, but you respect the line between the culture and what you guys are really trying to do.
100%, bro. Like, and I kind of take pride in that too, because like before Pierce left, it was me, Pierce, Zion, and it was an all black vertical, bro. Like only all black vertical at the company, and like I don't know what other sports companies, sports social media platforms have just, 3 African Americans or however many predominantly African American teams. So I really wanted to not represent, but, show respect. And like you said, respect the culture and, bring our voice to the platform in a way that is authentic and it's organic. And it's like you said, it's not trying hard. This is actually like what we engage in on a day to day.
How crazy is it trying to run a sports account with so many verticals trying to do that? I think that I look at every single day, there's like a new music blog that pops up, and I think it's the same for like basketball. You'll have like hoops and you'll have Shannon Sharpie going at it. And you know what I'm saying? You have so many people trying to do so many things. Like how tough is it, do you think, just from that side, trying to run such a big sports account like Complex Sports?
Man, it's competition, bro. Not necessarily like competition with like the Shannon Sharpie accounts or anything like that, but it's so many different outlets now besides just, the typical Bleacher Report, ESPN. They're like the titans, like SportsCenter. They're going to be at the top forever just because that's what they are. But like you said, just those little sub niche type of accounts like Shannon Sharpie or even NBA Central or Legion Hoops, like it's a lot of different places where people can go to get not just sports news, but like, funny, engaging content that's in relation to sports. So you got to kind of stay sharp and stay fresh and, try to think outside of the box to where you still delivering the same content as everybody else, because we're all basically posting the same type of things, but doing it in your own particular way that people will continue to come and want to consume it from you outside of everybody else, bro. So it's a challenge at times, but it's fun. Like I enjoy what I do. I love being able to, blend music, hip hop, pop culture, and with sports, bro. Cause like, since you know me, like, bro, that's all the things I talk about. I live on a day to day. So being able to try to bring all of the ideas and creations to life is gratifying when it works out.
We're gonna get into some NFL talk. I know I got some NFL fans. I see Sid in there. Shout out to Sid, who completely flopped last week in trivia. He's back again this week. But I know we got a Jets fan in the house, Armand, who was on the show last week. Shout out to Armand. It was Aaron Rodgers, right? That's his name.
Says that's his name.
That's the man.
Hey, man.
Is it his name?
Yeah. Armand, how you feeling, man? How you feeling?
How's Armand feeling about that?
Is it the Wilson era or what, man? Because he's done for. Aaron Rodgers is absolutely done for the rest of his career. This is over for him. He had to go out like that. Shout out to them for getting the W for sure. I definitely think they cheated. The refs cheated. They wanted a good story for 9/11.
Yo,
bro, there were so many penalties on that kick return. There was like a back block, a holding. It was all type of shit going on in that kick return. But and I just think the punter. I think the punter for the Bills. He was on some shit. He was like, how the NFL got the script. He was playing his part in the script. The nigga tried to tackle. He tried to push tackle him. I don't know what the fuck he tried to do. That shit was crazy.
So the Jets winning is a good 9/11. I kind of see what you're doing there, but I don't know if that was your purpose or intent.
It was a good 9/11 story. It's like, it's 9/11 Jets. Like we about to win.
But I'm seeing the double entendre there. I'm trying to figure out if this was intended by Josh. Usually Josh is good for one of these when he won't admit it.
I'll read the chat. The Jets won on 9/11 is crazy. Come on, I'm not doing that. That's a crazy headline.
Oh my God, yo!
No, Sarsky.
No.
It actually won.
Jesus Christ! But I think a lot of things came out about it. Is Aaron Rodgers is like hated though, right? Like people hate this nigga, right? Because all I saw was slander.
He polarizing for sure, bro. He like. He was in the darkness retreat this summer. I think, didn't he say he didn't believe 9/11 happened? Didn't he say it was like he was a conspiracy theorist or some shit, bro? Like, he's like, he was not a believer in like 9/11 being real. So like, it was hella funny seeing him run out with the flag on 9/11.
He definitely said that he was immunized but not vaccinated and lied, and they still let him play anyway. Wasn't that the whole thing?
His motherfucking Achilles not immunized, bro. It's just gone now. So
he was doing all types of shit to kind of avoid the vaccine. I think you you don't really hear too much about this until like the last couple years about, you know, his personality, right? Because I think in the public eye of NFL players is a lot, the spotlight's on him a lot more. Would you say that?
Yeah, I mean, they spotlight's on them a lot, but I don't think it's the same. Oddly enough, like NFL is the much bigger sport, but I feel like NBA players are under the spotlight way more than NFL players, in my opinion, just because of visibility. Like Aaron Rodgers is one of the biggest names in the sport for sure, but you know they play with a helmet on every Sunday, bro, and they only play like once a week, so it's kind of easier for them to like kind of skate by and just still have some type of anonymity. Whereas, you know, NBA player LeBron, remember when before the Lakers played the Warriors, bro, in the play-in a couple years ago, and LeBron went to that party the night before, like with Drake and Michael B. Jordan and all of them, and it was like that huge deal about, is he getting tested for COVID or whatever? Like that was a bigger story than the Aaron Rodgers shit. So I feel like the Aaron Rodgers shit was a big deal because it's Aaron Rodgers. I feel like NFL players get to operate in a little bit more, obscurity than NBA.
Yeah. I think it's that, and then you mentioned the helmet thing. Also, I just think the NFL is just a more, and I hate to say lax, but it's a less scrutinized league. I think they let a lot more get away as far as just like player conduct and things like that. Whereas the NBA, it's like you fuck around and say the wrong thing on playing live, and you gonna hear about it for the rest of the year. Like it's just that's how that shit goes on that side. So I think about recent news is the Kai Jones shit.
Yeah,
it's like that shit's probably happened to an NFL player 50 million times.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But the Kai Jones shit, I'd never heard of Kai Jones into this situation either. So it's like even for that, like he's a nobody who's kind of like become this story of the moment. I think that's a little harder to do in the NFL.
And I know this is kind of we're switching leagues here, but that's also a topic of conversation that I had about the reaction to him, being on his Playboy Cardi shit and the reaction to that, as opposed to, what was come out about the Houston Rockets player. You don't really see too many people on his team kind of coming out and saying that, hey, I don't fuck with that. But when that kid was fucking on them drugs, they was like, look at this kid. What the fuck's going on? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
And that's the thing. I hate that's even a story or connotation to both events.
If they happen so close together, I think it's hard to.
No, but I think one, obviously is a little more funny and a little more lighthearted than the other. The Kai Jones shit is troubling for sure. But he's on live. He's acting a fool. He's not hurting anyone, and like it's not a story where it deserves a reaction. Like, it got a reaction of a funny reaction from teammates and people commenting on it and saying little things, and he's still kind of going off. He just has some Instagram comments talking about players on his team that he's better than. The Kevin Porter Jr. situation is like just tragic all around, and nothing has to be said. That dude's a horrible human being. And it's like there's nothing for his teammates to come out and say.
Right.
Like we know what it is already. So like I hate that that's like being compared. That's a real unfortunate event. I hope I hope he's gonna be dealt with as he should be. By the court of law, by the NBA, by her family, and everybody in between.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate that that's like. I know, because I saw like a Twitter thread where people were saying that, like, oh, people were quick to ostracize Kai Jones, but not Kevin Porter. And it's like the two things are not one and the same at all.
And again, to y'all's point about the scrutiny, it's like NBA so scrutinized, and their players, like, we didn't mention this at all, but like their players are also outspoken. You know what I'm saying? A lot more outspoken than I ever see NFL players be. That's why they want them to say something about it. Because like you say something, you know what I mean? Like I think that the scrutiny is just so much higher because it's just such a more really like expressive league in a lot of ways than the NFL is to me.
The crazy part about it, I feel like NFL players are more outspoken, but nobody gives a fuck what they got to say.
they run at other men with helmets on every Sunday.
I just feel like, there's like NFL players that say a lot more and do a lot more political wise and just like social issues. And like, they just have a lot more alternative thoughts and views. And they're public with it, but no one cares. I think, to your point, the NBA is a lot more scrutinized, and I think a lot of the players in the NBA are a lot more safe with just their thoughts until they retire.
Yeah.
You know, and you look at a person like Gilbert Arenas or Rasheed Wallace, like now that they're retired, they're just kind of spilling the beans on everything. But in the league, it's like you'll get fined so quick for just talking to the wrong person, let alone whatever you say. So it's a difference, man. It's a big difference, and it's interesting to see like post players, like post retirement, just how players kind of react in the NFL and the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about AB right now, just the shit he's been saying. Like even someone like OJ Simpson, it's like even retired, the things they say are tame. Or no, they are the things the NBA players say now are tame compared to the things OJ and AB say.
Oh, absolutely.
Yo, can we talk about low-key, like how wild it is that OJ is just like on podcasts right now, just like talking to Cam and Mace? Like, what the fuck is 2023, bro? Like how is that even a thing? Like OJ.
Yeah, OJ Simpson's more of a pop culture figure than he is an NFL player at this point. So it's like I don't even think about him in the football sense when I see him doing stupid shit like that.